Sometimes you need to get away from it all. An island, sunsets, relax, maybe have a drink. I'm in. How about you? And we can learn English at the same time. We are going to improve our English by listening for 6 minutes. We will see and hear a travel video in English with English captions. Next, we will review for 10 minutes. We will review what we heard to improve our language skills in these 5 areas. Okay. Let's begin.
Martinique is one of the islands of the Lesser Antilles in the Caribbean Sea. It was claimed by France in 1635, and it remains part of France to this day. Our first stop will be the Garden of Balata. It's a magical tropical paradise, neatly manicured with charming curvy paths and bold fauna. The garden is a great place to play hide and seek while you discover 3,000 varieties of tropical plants from around the world, including 300 types of palm trees. One of the things that makes Balata so special is the series of narrow suspension bridges nestled among the park's 100-year-old mahogany trees. It's quite a thrill to walk from tree to tree, hovering about 15 meters above the earth. It's very safe, but you do feel the bridge moving and swaying beneath you. It's a great way to discover the park from a different angle. The bridge is a primitive vibe that fits perfectly with its surroundings while delivering great views. Get a load of this cute little guy, sitting here guarding this nectar-rich pink blossom. I decided to inch my way a little bit closer to him. He flew away, then flew right back. What a bold little fella, and so brazen. He was not going to give up his prized flower to me. Here we are getting a glimpse of the purple-throated Caribe in flight. These birds have a noticeably curved bill and often appear to be mostly black. What distinguishes them from the green-throated Caribe are those shimmering green wings. The wings we can see more clearly in this slow-motion video. Next, we are off to the coastal town of Saint-Pierre, known for its black sand beaches and charming old town center. Saint-Pierre was once celebrated as the Paris of the Caribbean. Tragedy struck in 1902 when the entire area was decimated, resulting in an estimated 30,000 deaths. Mount Pelée erupted in 1902, wiping out everything in its wake. Saint-Pierre's most impressive ruins are from its theater. It once seated 800 guests. Pelée is an active volcano and remains closely monitored, but you can still hike on Pelée. Pelée is 1,400 meters high. Although it is quite a climb up, I think it is actually tougher on the knees going down. Pelée generates its own weather. It is often misty and wet near the summit. Looking down into the caldera, it was hazy at best. Next, we head north to experience an adrenaline-filled adventure. We descend deep into a tropical ravine known as the Gorge de la Falaise. Want to see? I'm in, literally. How about you? We've heard about this place where you hike, wade, swim, and climb your way up a narrow ravine to see an incredible waterfall.
The sound of the cascading water becomes deafening as you approach the falls. Our guide nudges us toward the waterfall and motions for us to walk under it. Everyone takes their turn passing under the falls. We take our final glances at the falls before doing an about face. Now it's time to do it all in reverse and climb, swim, wade, and hike our way back to the starting point, where we clean out the pebbles we've acquired in our shoes. We take one last look at this seemingly Jurassic canyon before trudging our way up and out of the gorge, emerging victorious. On Martinique's eastern coast, you will find this odd-looking appendage jutting 10 kilometers off the side of the island. The Caravelle is a diverse peninsula with varied terrain, grassy expanses, and sweeping views. At the inlets, you can experience the more tranquil beauty of the waves gently lapping on the rocky edges. When you reach the end, you witness the Atlantic Ocean mercilessly pounding the coast. The rocks do their best to stand against the onslaught of waves. Well, it is time for us to end our excursions and begin our review. We covered a lot of ground today. Sorry we didn't get to relax on the catamaran, swim with the turtles, or sip some rum. Next episode, I promise. Now we're going to review for what we've heard. We are going to look at these 5 areas of our English language skills. We'll start with some vocabulary. Hide and seek is a popular children's game in which any number of players conceal themselves in a set area. They are to be found by the searcher, someone who seeks for them. In French, this game is often called cache-cache, and in Spanish, al escondite. Nestle is to work in snugly or comfortably. To nestle is to work something well into place, even if that place could appear dangerous, like being high in the trees. A vibe is a feeling or quality that you can sense. Even though this bridge is modern, it feels as though it's ancient. It has a style that feels primitive, in harmony with these jungle-like surroundings. Next, we have the expression, get a load of. This is used to draw attention to a person or thing that is interesting, surprising, or unusual. It is unusual to see a tiny animal like this hummingbird have the courage to stand his ground with me so close to him. Blossom means flower, and in this case I use the word blossom simply as an alternative. But blossom can also mean the act of putting forth flowers and having them open and mature. Fruit trees blossom in the springtime. Relationships are said to blossom when they become fuller. As a verb, inch means to move a small bit, to budge. But inch is more commonly used as a unit of measure. It's small, being only 1/12 of a foot, or 2.54 centimeters in length. Fella is the slang pronunciation for fellow, which means man, and I'm using it to praise this bird. He has courage. Brazen means bold, and bold despite the potential dangers he faces with a large animal, like me, near him. Next we have a phrasal verb, give up, which means to surrender, abandon, quit, or acquiesce. He will not surrender his flower to me. He will not give up his flower to me. Next, we'll move on to some pronunciation. 1902. Do not say 0, say O. 1902. Years 01 through 09 at the start of a century will often be said like this. The first year, with 2 zeros, will be said as 1900. But after that, we will say 1901, 1902, all the way up to 1909. While 1902 is the most common way you would probably hear that year stated, it is also okay to say 1902 or 1902. So now it's time to test yourself. How would you say these 3 numbers as years? How would you say these numbers as years? Most likely, you would hear them like this: 1700, 1804, and 1917. There are many words in English that are inconsistent between their spelling and their pronunciation, so you will need to memorize them. Although rhymes with words like snow and blow. Tough rhymes with rough and stuff. Next up, we have the word hazy. Sometimes I hear assy, huzzy, but it's hazy. Rhymes with lazy and crazy. There's a popular song, "Those lazy, hazy, crazy days of summer." I'll include a link so you can hear it. The slang word wanna replaces 2 words, want to. Sometimes it is used to replace 4 words in the question, do you want to? For example, if I want to go shopping, I could replace want to with slang, I want to go shopping. If I want to ask a question, I could say, do you want to see? But if I wanted to say that more quickly, I could say, want to see? If you want to use slang, if you want to use slang, wanna is a good place to start. You can make simple questions with wanna for all 5 senses. Wanna see? Wanna hear? Wanna taste? Wanna smell? Wanna feel? They all work. As an example, do you know how to play the piano? I do. Do you want to hear me? Or, I do. Want to hear? I'm in. It means I'm going to participate. I am going to do it. For example, do you want to play cards with us? Yes, I will participate. Or, sure, I'm in. How about you? It means, how about you? Without saying the A in about. What I want to know is, what is your response? What do you think, or what will you do? For example, I am going to swim up a cold stream to see a waterfall. Would you like to do this? Or, how about you? And we'll finish up with some vocabulary. Lapping means to flow over and around the edges. The word lapping is often used to describe waves on the edge of the water when their action is soft and mild. By contrast, pounding means to strike over and over with great force. Onslaught means to attack or assault vigorously. The word is often used to describe military assaults. Well, that's our lesson for today. Hope to see you soon. A biento. Adios. Take care. Do you consider yourself above beginner, but not expert either? If so, I'd love to know if this video helped improve your listening and understanding skills.